we are going to be talking about Miss Ariana Grande. And she's usually known for like singing and being a pop star. But things have taken a turn for the worse. And people are discussing her health and her body. So we're going to talk about that today. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I'm Kendra, this is Kendra Creates. This is where I share my weight loss journey with you. Hopefully I can help you out along the way if you're on a weight loss journey. Also, I do commentary on a variety of topics, including health, wellness, fitness, weight loss, and anything you send my way. So send me some stuff I'd love to discuss. Also, you'll learn about me along the way. So if that stuff sounds good to you, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Okay, guys. So I recently saw that Ariana Grande was being discussed in the media, actually on social media, from people that are talking about her body, her looks, her weight. And some of those comments have been not so nice. What we can refer to as skinny shaming or thin shaming. I know that we're usually used to talking about fat shaming and how we shouldn't do that, and we shouldn't talk about fat people and their bodies, but a lot of people don't talk about things on the other end of the spectrum. And this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I find this so fascinating. As someone who has never been thin, never been normal size, I don't know what that means. Thin shaming? What's that? And a lot of people don't pay it any mind because thin is seen as something attractive in our society. It's something that's people aspire to be. And so how can you thin shame someone when this is the beauty standard? But I call BS because it makes people not feel good about themselves and not feel good about their bodies when you talk about them in a negative light. And it's disparaging comments on their appearance. They're skinny, they're sickly, they look unhealthy, and I try to stay away from talking about people's appearances because I don't want nobody talking about my appearance. You know what I'm saying? People need to learn. If you don't have nothing to say, don't say nothing at all. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's what most of us were taught. But do we practice it? Nah. We get on the internet and we lose our freaking minds and we talk about people and we make assumptions about them. And a lot of assumptions have been being made about her appearance and her body and her health and all of these things. Now, some people are generally concerned for her because she appears to look different. So they're like, this is not what we're used to seeing. Are you okay? Is everything fine? And that can be a sign that someone is not doing well health-wise if they've lost weight or they, appear to look a certain way. You're going to be worried about their health, genuinely worried. And it's something to concern yourself about, if you care about someone or you admire someone or whatever. And so based upon all of this uproar, she made a TikTok video. And we're going to look at it. It's about 3 minutes long. And I want to talk about the things that she said in that video because the takeaways are so very important. And I think that it needs to be discussed and it needs to be talked about. And we can learn something from her. And the way that she gets on, she just looks so timid. And I'm like, girl, you are a entertainer. But I think she felt kind of uncomfortable addressing the situation because it's probably a topic that she wasn't really kind of ready to talk about. But we're going to talk about it though.
Hi everyone. I have made my coffee. I'm on my way to work soon. I just wanted to come on, and I don't do this often. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it and I don't like it, but I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body and to be seen and to be paid such close attention to.
I think this is the first thing that people need to keep in mind is that like normal folks in the real world, they don't have to deal with all the scrutiny all of the eyes on them, all of the comments and the whispers. I mean, this goes for celebrities or like any public figures, even like influencers and people on, TikTok and social media and YouTube and stuff like that. And it's a difficult like microscope to be under. And she's just talking about it like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, and I really, feel for her that she kind of has to go through this. And she kind of like later on said something about like explaining herself to people. She knows she doesn't have to, but she wants to, and she wants something good to come out of this. And I think good can come out of it. Not only like informing her fans, like, it's all good, but also teaching a lesson. And we're going to kind of get into a little bit of the lessons, that I garnered from what she said.
I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what. If you think you're saying something good or well-intentioned, whatever it is, healthy, unhealthy, big, small, this, that, sexy, not sexy, we should really work towards not doing that as much.
Be gentler. Be kinder, be more empathetic. This is something that she's, talking about that you should be. And I'm 100% on board with that. Like, I always tell y'all to be kind. Kind is in my name. Not necessarily because I'm always 100% kind, but because it's something that I strive to be. I want to be kind to people. I want people to be kind to me. I want people to be kind to others, because sometimes that's all people need. They need somebody to just talk to them and be welcoming to them and be friendly to them and say hi and smile or whatever. You could really like brighten up someone's day, and I think it's a lesson to be learned that even on the internet, behind a keyboard, no one knows who you are. You should still try your best to be kind.
There are ways to compliment someone or to ignore something that you see that you don't like, that I think we should help each other work towards, just to aim towards being safer and keeping each other safer. But I just also wanted to say, one, there are many different kinds of beautiful. There are many different ways to look healthy and beautiful.
And I found this so funny how she said it's a way to compliment someone or just ignore what you don't like. And I think that people have a hard time doing that on the internet. It's like no filter central. Like the things that they would normally say in life, like they are really bold on the internet. And it's so weird because people say things to me and I'm like, that is just the weirdest thing. Like out of all the things you could have said, that's what you say. And I think that we all should learn how to just ignore things that we don't like. Like, why make a comment like that? Why say things like that? Why criticize someone like that? Because you just don't know. The things that you're not harmed by, the things that don't affect you, might harm someone, might affect someone. And I think that people can learn to just ignore stuff.
I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy. And I know I shouldn't have to explain that, but I do feel like maybe having an openness and some sort of vulnerability here will be something good might come from it. I don't know, but that's the first thing. Healthy can look different.
And she goes on to talk about like how what you were used to seeing was unhealthy me, and what you see now is what she considers herself to be healthy. She talks about how like she wasn't eating properly, and now that she's eating properly, she might have lost weight because, sometimes when you cut out certain things, you just eat less calories and you tend to lose weight. And she talks about how, she was drinking with her antidepressants, which is a big no-no. So she wasn't really in a healthy state. And you really can't tell whether someone is necessarily healthy from looking at them. And I'm not talking about like somebody that's like 500 or 600 pounds, they aren't healthy. I'm just talking about like just a normal, regular person walking around in the world. Like, you don't know, because you don't know their health status. You don't know what kind of things that they're dealing with, and mental health is health. So you don't necessarily know like what they're dealing with mentally, and some people do have invisible disabilities like myself, So you just can't really necessarily tell by looking at someone how healthy they are. And I find this a lot when people lose weight. People make comments on people's weight and their appearance. And it's just such a big no-no, Oh, you need to stop losing weight. You're going to look too thin. You're going to look sickly and this and that. Sometimes I think people have a very skewed perception of what healthy is and what a healthy weight is and all of that kind of stuff. Or maybe you've seen someone a certain weight so long, so you don't even you can't imagine them at like a lower weight. And I think that people just sometimes just need to like I said the last time, ignore something that you don't like, because you don't know what this person is doing to lose weight. You don't know what they're eating. You don't know their fitness rate. Like, you don't know. So you don't know their health. You don't know their level of health. And so sometimes you just need to be quiet.
The second thing is, you never know what someone is going through. So even if you are coming from a loving place and a caring place, that person probably is working on it or has a support system that they are working on it with, and you never know. So be gentle with each other and with yourselves. And thirdly, the third one's unrelated, I guess. I just wanted to extend some love your way and tell you that you're beautiful, no matter what phase you're in. By the way, I'm not wearing eyelashes or eyeliner right now. This is my face, these are my eyes, so don't freak out about that now too, please. Oh my God. But yeah, sending you guys a lot of love, and I think you're beautiful, no matter what you're going through, no matter what weight, no matter how you like to do your makeup these days, no matter what cosmetic procedures you've had or not, or anything. Yeah, I just think you're beautiful, and wanted to share some feelings. Have a very beautiful day, and I'm sending you a lot of love.
Oh, and then the last point, you just never know what something is going through. You never know what they have going on, and you don't know if they're actually in the process of getting help for it. You don't know. A lot of times, even with people that are close to you, they may not feel comfortable disclosing certain things about their life. Or, they may not know if they can say certain things, or they may not know how to verbalize certain things. So you just never know what someone is going through. Even on your bad days, even on your good days, I feel like people sometimes deserve second chances on how they come across to you, or how you meet them, or your interactions with them. I try to do that. I know it's hard. It's really especially hard for me, because I'm like, why did they do that? Or why did they say that? And so I've been just trying to reframe things and kind of learn things a different way. Like, okay, well, maybe they're having a bad day. I always try to I always try to be empathetic and put myself in other people's shoes, and also try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm usually not wrong with my intuition about people, but you just never know sometimes. So, you might just let it slide the first time, because you just never know what someone is going through. But if they try you the second time, you might need to check them. And I'm so serious about that. I know I always talk about being kind to people, trying to be respectful and empathetic and all of this stuff, but don't be a pushover, okay? Okay. I think we have a lot to learn from Ariana Grande's situation, and a lot of this I had to learn myself about commenting on people's bodies, on their appearance, on their weight. I try not to do those things, unless I personally know someone. Like, if I personally know someone and I know that they're trying to lose weight or something like that, it's great to give someone compliments about things like that. But if you don't personally know someone or you don't know that they're actually trying to lose weight, it's best to just step back from that, you know. And even if you do say something to someone and you're concerned about their well-being or their health or anything of that nature, I would just follow up with empathy and also apologies to them, and just let them know that you're concerned about them and you don't mean any harm, and you sincerely apologize if you offended them in any kind of way. And don't just say like, I'm worried about you or concerned about you. Like, you need to come with like some resources for that person, because what if they are really going through something? Then what are you gonna do? It's like deer in headlights. Oh, I didn't think that they were gonna say that. You need to come with resources for people. If you are concerned about someone's health or their weight or their whatever it is that they got going on in their life, you need to come with some resources and support for that person. Because if they were comfortable enough to open up to you about something that they have going on, now you have to actually be supportive and just not be nosy. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you here for discussion about these topics and so much more to come. Also, make sure you continue to spread kindness in a world full of hate. I know y'all out there being kind. And thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.